Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection at the lake. I have watery eyes, but I love spring so much, and we're just going to go do it like this. And we're out here, and it's a beautiful day, and I'm enjoying it. So I hope you vicariously get some of this beautiful springtime love with me. So I'm going to go right in to do our oils. So we're going to, yeah, that's off. And just spray my oil, spray, not the oil, um, and bring in that beautiful energy and clear any schmutz out of my aura. And then we're going to do the cosmic thrust oil with one drop. Rub your hands together, bring it into your aura, cup your hands together, and a deep breath in. And then, of course, the ascension oil, in which we take a drop on your third eye, below your nose, and here, that smells good, so that we do it that way. All right. So welcome to one of my favorite worlds, and I'm going to dab my eyes now. So wait, break. There, we just didn't want them running down my face. And back. So we want to talk about transmuting conflicts that seem to be increasing in the world. And they appear to be. They are. In one way you can say, yes, they are. Another way you can say, well, it's causing a lot of edginess in people because what we are doing as light seeds, as that light is increasing, and it is increasing a lot, especially since the eclipse is. And so there's an increase of energy, and we talk about it a lot. And in a workshop that's going to come up over the summer, I'm going to talk all about this and the celestials that are involved in it. And then I think it's next week, I start Luminous Energy, which gives you a lot of our techniques that we use for healing and for transmuting any zizzy negative energy that might be running around still. Because as these energies are coming forward and they need to be transmuted, they are real in our 3D world. You know, you are feeling more stress than ever before, which is why I came to the lake to chill out for a few days. So you need to, if you can find a way to get away and to recharge your battery, you do it. You do it. So what's happening is that we are pulling out any negative thought forms, anything that is in the 3D DNA that is not allowing us to vibrate at 5D. Every single human being is experiencing this. You're not unique. You're not bad. You're not good. You just are. You're just moving that energy and transforming it. And light seeds are particularly being asked to do this. So sometimes it's just a feeling of edginess. That's funny, the light just fell down. It's just a feeling of edginess. And you're not sure why you're feeling that way. So, you want to really make sure that you are aware of what's going on with your body and your mind. It's extremely important. And as we are focusing this energy, we are remembering that this duality is going to shift, right? So the error is going to shift to 80%. I talk about that a lot. So we will no longer be dealing with negative energies. I was, the last few days, in a higher dimensional realm that is a group of, they used to be Native Americans, Hookums, and they're now, on a higher dimension, and they're very sci-fi. They have spaceships and all kinds of things, but they're in a very spiritual time, which is their planting, they call it. And it goes from the equinox, and they go by moon calendar, not sun calendar, but from the equinox where the day and the night are equal, and then to the first full moon after the equinox. And it's a very sacred time of planting. And everyone from this community, and we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people are in this community. It's not like we think of little Native American tribes with teepees. It's sci-fi. And And they have a ceremony where it's a very sacred time of harmonizing with the planet, all their seeds that they have harvested from the previous year and will now plant again for this year. So we don't have that kind of harmony, obviously. So we are striving to become more harmonious. In order to become more harmonious, you have to get rid of all this gobbledygook that's hanging out in your cells and in your pores and in your DNA. And that is what we are doing during these next few months. We are shifting that energy so that we can become more and more in harmony. The earth as it is right now with humanity is about as unharmonious as it could possibly be. This is normal. Normal? Is that the word I want to use? That's how it is with 3D humans. They always botch it up. They always botch up the earth because that is the learning process that they are in, that we are in. We are now knowing that we are connected to a whole and that we must be part of that whole. So I'm going to talk more about that and more about this village that I go and visit in another workshop that's going to come up over the summer sometime. It's written, I just have to figure it out. So you need to know that you have to allow this conflict to be seen but not heard so that you can shift it out and move it out and become more harmonious in the airwaves as we shift out of duality and into harmony. So let's do it. We want that love and that energy to come through us, and we want ourselves as light seeds to shift that out to the world. So let's bring that light in from source, and it comes in through the top of our head, all the way down through our body, through the front of our body, into the earth, to the mother. It can be your whole body. Into the earth, and she grabs onto it. And if you need a refresher or you do not have the luminous energy techniques, I strongly suggest you sign up for the workshop. So now we bring that energy around the grid, and the grid is so full. The mother is so ready for us to shift and to do our thing. So we're going to bring that up our back with an essence of the mother in it and back to source. And now we orbit around and around and around. And we feel that connection to heaven and earth. And it feels good. It feels stable. It feels safe. And now we bring that energy down and around, and it comes out the back. And it's going to waterfall out your telepathic notch all the way down through 12 auras. You now have 12 auras and 12 chakras. You are now a higher dimensional being, functioning from those higher dimensional chakras and auras so that you can transmute the error. This is our job. This is what we were chosen to do. And remember, you were chosen to do it. So now here we are. And we feel that energy coming around, out our aura. Remember, it goes like this. It always goes like that, right? So it comes through the heart crucible. That's where it crosses like that. So it actually comes through the heart crucible, and it just vibrates. So you're connected, heaven and earth, protected on all sides. So now feel that energy. Sit in that energy of love and allow it to activate low below the root, the well of the mother, where this is our connection to be in harmony. When those beings in the other dimension are what we would call praying, they are actually communing and connecting and feeling their oneness with each and every seed. She said there were more than 230 different seeds that they plant, and each plant, each seed is harmonized before planting. And that is what they are doing now. So the ones that are ready to plant now, some that have already been harmonized, people are planting, and then it'll go on like that through the planting season until all of the plants are planted. And then, of course, we wait, and then we tend, and then, of course, we harvest. So it would be fun to come here during the harvest, too. That would be kind of fun to see how they go about that in harmony and giving thanks all the time as the stewards of the earth, not raping and plundering the earth. It's a very different dynamic. I was looking at my kitchen table, and I couldn't have that table without some plastic somewhere in that. So in the higher dimension, there's none of that. It's all things that are in nature, in harmony with the planet. So you wouldn't have something like plastic. So then we go up to the root, which is the DNA structure. And we are dissolving all that DNA more than ever now, more than ever since the eclipse. We are being bam-rammed with enough light, with enough bam, to actually get us to dissolve all of these old structures that we contain in our DNA. And it's happening. So if you feel edgy, just take a moment and chill, or go to your favorite place, whatever it is that you need to recharge, rejuvenate, and go again. The time is short. It's not that long. So we know that as our DNA is dissolving all of that negative thought form patterns, we are ascending to higher beings. And that we are going to send that out to the collective consciousness so that others can accept that as well. So now we feel that in our sacral chakra, the dogmas of the planet, the judgments of the planet are dissolving, and we are not as judgmental beings as we used to be. We are kinder and gentler and more conscious. And the solar plexus, sacral, spleen, I always get it wrong. The spleen, which is the conscious use of power, is where we dissolve any negative thought form patterns that we still have. And we teach conscious use of power in luminous energy, or you can get a tape on my website under meditations, and maybe it's meditations, or under the store. And so then you can get it there. So now we feel that anything that causes us conflict, we hit it right away. Just bop it right away. Get it out of there. Don't think about it. You know it was there. Don't talk about it. Just bop it. Remove it. You don't need to go anymore. Cha-cha's over. Done with. We understand it all. We have to get rid of it. There's things we don't like. Yes. Yes. But we need to dissolve those more than ever. And then at the solar plexus, we radiate out true love, unconditional love, which is what conscious use of power is, that opalescent light. And we radiate that out from ourselves, within ourselves, and from ourselves to the collective consciousness to help everyone else get over their edginess, get over what is disturbing them. And we bring it over to the empathic shield. And now, if you have a judgment about something, strong opinions, we can get it there. We get it with the empathic shield, which is the shield that we're putting on. And this is a variation of it, but it is the empathic shield. And we know that we are able to learn and understand and be compassionate even when we disagree. But a disagreement isn't a judgment. And then we radiate that through our heart so that we are love, not condemnation. And in turn, that comes up to our co-creative conscious intention, where our intention now is love, kindness, and compassion. And if that's all you focus on, then that is what you will create. And you will create a loving and happy world for yourself. You know, I always say when I want to do something or buy something or whatever, I always say, what will make me happier? I got a refrigerator, and what I wanted, I didn't get. And what I got was $1,000 more. And I'm like, well, so the cost of my happiness is $1,000. I'm making jokes about it still because it's the best refrigerator I've ever had. So you have to always put it out there that you want yourself to be happy. You want yourself to be able to manage your life so that you get rid of all of the burrs that are causing you discomfort. This is the time to do that. And then, of course, we go to our throat. So now we express ourselves with that light, with that energy, with kindness and love. Because we are light seeds. We are love, compassion, and kindness. And the telepathic notch. This one. The third eye knows it. And this is where any doubts, sorry, my eye's watering out here. This is where any doubts that you have are gone. And you know that your crown chakra is just radiating full tilt. Bright light, white light. And the telepathic notch is shimmering more and more as we become more and more fifth dimensional beings. So radiate that light out 18 to 20 inches so that anyone and everyone who needs help on this journey can munch and crunch that light. And they know and they feel that help in that light, and they feel better. And that's our job as light seeds, to reflect anything we don't understand, transmute that negativity into love, kindness, and compassion. So, have fun with this journey. Only a few were chosen. But you are a light seed that through yourself, your own issues, you are transmuting them out of the planet, out of the collective consciousness, and back into the light. So have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, hi, I'm Jaculin Dorman from Chakra Life, and I want to talk to you about a spiritual workshop that we put on about once a year. And it's a spiritual study class, and it comes from a lot of my interesting gifts and techniques that are, of course, because I have been unable to see the 3D world my entire life. So I was also very ill as a child, and techniques that are taught are the ones that they gave me as a child to help me get through all of the crazy, crazy stuff that 3D had to offer me, which was a lot. So in Energy Radiance, we want to share these techniques, and you're going to meet the masters that work with us it's luminous energy, and it used to be called Energy Radiance, but luminous energy contains far more information than Energy Radiance ever thought of doing, because we get into so much more than we did in the classes that were before. So this is a new series that is in 2 parts, and it has the spiritual part, which is a 4-week workshop coming up in April, and then the healing part, which will be an in-person practical workshop that will happen after the original luminous energy spiritual. So you have to do the spiritual study, and then you do the healing study. Anyway, but it's a lot of fun. And the thing is that as we are working in transition and we are moving forward to the 5th, a lot of what you're trying to comprehend about 5D can only be done through your extrasensories. So we talk a lot about that. We connect you with all of your extra senses in the study course, the one that's coming up in April. And we want you to become more 5D connected. And that has always been the purpose of this workshop. So you're going to learn how to remove conflict. You're going to learn how to feed yourself light on a regular basis, which is a first step to prana. But you're going to do that, and then you're going to learn how to create a vortex within yourself to not only block negativity, but remove it. So that's really important, and we do that. And then we connect you with the understanding. In the weekly connections, I talk about the central sun and certain celestials. So we're also going to connect you with that so that you understand the different aspects through time, where we're heading to now, what it means, and who are those celestials, and what is the central sun that we connect to. Because within that, we're also going to teach you how to connect to the mother and her aura and energy field. And then you also, we talk about the 7 laws of nature. So, we also want to work about what we can change, what we cannot. And then, of course, the last technique that you learn is how to remove your neuroses. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I can be neurotic. So it's really helpful. So this class is all about techniques for bettering yourself, for expanding yourself, and to move us all into the 5th dimension. So I hope you'll join me. Go on my website, chakralife.com, and sign up. Thank you. Bye.